Hey everyone, so today I'm watching this documentary on RFK. I just want to learn. This is how I learn. This is why I do well with the Americans, because even in my jobs, like when I started working at Teleperformance, we had a whole history lesson on their, on their country. We had to learn about the different states, the different time zones, like there's different laws for different parts of America. So we had to learn all that for a minimum wage call center job. Then you have to learn which client you're supporting, what's their vision, what's their mission. You have to learn all the rules. And if you're supporting a sports team, even worse, you have to learn which are the peak seasons, which are the off-peak seasons. If there's an app, why don't they get certain things in the app? And it's very complicated. It's like you would think, like say, for example, basketball or baseball or whatever, you would think that the main games they would show on the app. But it depends. If it's an away game, then they might not be able to see it. Because if it's a home game, they can watch it on the TV. It's like, oh my God, it's very complicated. That's why they get so upset, because they don't make it simple. It's very, very complicated. So this is what I do, because most of the time I told him they should just take me to America, because most of the time I land up working for the Americans, and I do very well. I do very, very well, especially when I support the executive who are from America or England. I do very well, because you have to know how to handle them. So this is why I watch all these documentaries. I follow President Trump. Now I'm watching this documentary here on RFK. Some of the things he's saying are true about the vaccines and all that. When these documentaries are also skewed, because most of the doctors are not supporting the COVID vaccines now and what happened. But it only comes out years and years and years later. Most of what he's saying is true. They put fluoride in the water because they wanted it to prevent cavities. So there's a lot of truth to what he's saying. Even our water is not pure. It's full of all the vaccines and all that we take, it all goes into the water. So that's how I watch, and that's how I learn. That's how I adapt. Because nobody's going to help you here. You have to help yourself. And if you're normal, don't come here. Don't all the Zimbabweans stay there. If you're normal and you've got no health problems, no allergies, no mental health problems, don't come here. They always give the accommodation to people like that. They don't give it to us who are normal, who just want your days off to go to church, or who need like an 8-hour day shift. They don't give it. Don't come here. This country is for people who are like, they either make you sick, so you have to land up going on tablets, or they like people who like need help. See, when you say I need help, then they don't help me. I don't know why they don't help the Zimbabweans. Every other African nation under the sun gets the help. Well, not Zimbabwe. Even the aid, you look at the amount of aid they send, international aid, that they send to all the other countries. They send billions and billions. And people like me who do the work, who are born in Zimbabwe, what does Zimbabwe get? It gets nothing. It gets minuscule to nothing. They don't give. So you have to remember that if you come here. It's not fair, actually. God says don't judge. You see, like the Bible stories. See what happened to Miriam? When she judged, she got leprosy. Then he says, God says don't judge. But it's very hard not to judge, isn't it? So anyway, that's why I'm watching all this. And all that music we grew up with. I like to listen to it sometimes. Sometimes it just comes up on my news feed. So I listen to it, all that old music. But yeah, Canada's got a lot of racism. People don't believe me, but it does. They still have carding. They still stop you. You're more likely to be stopped if you're a visible minority than if you're not. And if you're Indian, even worse. So anyway, I just pray that things will change for me and I'll end up getting work sooner rather than later. Well, the Tylenol is working. But yeah, there's a lot of things here. When you come here, you don't know. Like the foods are full of processed foods. There's a lot of fat in them. There's a lot of preservatives and all that. So you don't know. The meals and that, the food and that in Africa is actually much healthier compared to here in Zimbabwe. The food that you buy and all that. But yeah, there's a lot of poverty there, I know, and the roads and all that. But there's a lot here that people don't see. They don't show it, but it happens here in Canada. So, anyway, I'm happy Roger Federer, I got to see him play. See how my face lights up? My face lights up like that when I go to church and when I see Roger Federer playing tennis. That's what I like. I like to see him playing tennis. And now I can't chat to him because the people hack my accounts when I talk to him. Him and Novak. Even Rafa, I told Rafa, don't even bother setting up an account to chat to me. They'll hack it. So, it's very sad. Anyway, maybe one day I'll get to meet Roger Federer. We'll see. You never know. I wanted to meet Lisa Marie Presley. That was one of my aims. Anyway, I never got to meet her. So that's what I'm doing today. But yeah, you see, people don't believe me. You must listen. If you want to know the truth about the Bible, listen to Father Chris Ayla. He'll tell the truth. Because when I tell people that, oh yeah, this wedding feast at Cana was the beginning of Jesus's ministry, and it's showing you that it wasn't the embarrassment of what was happening at the feast. It wasn't that. It was about Jesus beginning to transform and to make things perfect. People are like, yeah, what you talking about? You're delusional. Good. Father Chris Ayla gave a talk on it. You go and watch on YouTube. I know what I'm talking about. And I'm very good. When you go to work and you tell these people that, yeah, we shouldn't have to take abuse, and if the customers shout at us, we should also shout back. They're like, no. I'm like, yeah. You call us asking for help, and then you want to scream at us and shout at us and tell us that, oh, I'm the customer, I can have you removed from your job. What a load of rubbish. It's rubbish what they're doing to people. I'm glad the American senators are pushing back on all the CEOs who are earning billions. They should do the same thing in Canada. You can't even, when you go to work here, after being here for over 20 years, people like who have my skills, who come here from England, who've worked in England and South Africa and all that, they're earning over 120,000 a year. And every time they contact me for jobs, they contact me for minimum wage. If that. Maybe 50,000 if I'm lucky. Then they hire me for 3 months, then they let me go. No, 3 to 6 months, then they let me go. It's like, you know what? I'm also tired of it. I also want a stable job. I also want stability. I'm tired of this. It's the same thing with all of them. And how many times did I ask you to? I asked Bono so many times. Like, even if you don't want to hire me in the One campaign, you know so many people, you know so many CEOs, you know so many companies, you have so many hundreds of non-profits. Like, can't you help me get a job? They don't do anything for me. But when they need someone, when they want somebody to help them, then they know who to come to. I'm like, these people. Anyway, that's the way it goes. Even Sting. I asked all of them. So none of them helped me. It's like, let you people do what you want. You want to spoil your company? Spoil them. Do whatever you want. Because when I'm telling you that it's not right, you don't want to listen. Then you want to send me cease and desist not to talk to the people I worked with at Credit Suisse. You take out that cease and desist, they'll be sending me flowers here for Valentine's Day. And you people don't like it because they like me. That's the problem. That's the problem. What is the big deal about giving somebody a reference? If you told them that you're going to give them a reference, why do you have to make a big legal case about it? It's stupid. Well, it's stupid. That's what it is. It's stupid. Anyway, yeah, if I get a job in Zimbabwe, I'll still go. I'll still go. There's very nice areas in Zimbabwe, just like everywhere else. Every day I sit here and I apply for hundreds of jobs. Well, at JP Morgan, I applied to them. And people contact me from BMO saying, oh, they're hiring at BMO, apply. When I apply, I don't even get one phone call. Like, it's stupid. It's stupid. Even what Bono did was stupid. To tell his staff that he loves me. I'm like, these girls just started on this campaign. Bono doesn't even come here. He doesn't even come. And when he does come, he goes and he meets with Justin Trudeau and his wife and all of them. Well, why is he telling everyone that he loves me? He doesn't come here. He doesn't send me flowers like Credit Suisse or like HSBC. HSBC also gave me flowers for Valentine's Day. They gave all of the ladies flowers in the office. So, I don't know what kind of love Bono has for me, to be honest with you. I really don't know. That's why I left him. I'm like, these people, you know. And that aide, he is in a lot of trouble because the people are saying that he doesn't reveal how he spends that money properly for that and the Red campaign. So, I don't blame President Trump. I'm supporting him because there's too much corruption in the non-profit sector. And meanwhile, people like me are sitting at home and we can't get jobs, we can't buy properties. We educated here in this country and we can't get onto the property ladder. Oh no, you see those $1 million homes that I posted in Vancouver, and yeah, I want to buy a home like that. There's nice properties here. Waterfront properties, there's nice properties, and why can't I? I'm educated and I'm good. Then after they let you go, they tell you, oh no, she didn't do anything. But when you're there, oh, like they all sucking up to you, you're the best, come on, I know you can do it, and yeah, you know you qualified, we know that you can do this, and you do the best job, you get them all the rewards, you keep all the customers, you retrain them. And then you have one stupid idiot that they know the vice president in the company, so they have you removed from the campaign. It's stupid. It's stupid, that's what I'm saying. It's rubbish what they're doing to me, and it's not just happening to me. It's happening to many of us in this country. And if Bono loves me so much, there's so many of us who are volunteers for him that are struggling. We have nothing. Why doesn't he help us financially? Why is he only sending money to Africa? He used to do for India also. Why doesn't he help people here? People like me who ask for his help. I'm like, no thank you. If people want to get me into trouble, I'm not going to get myself into trouble. You know, telling everybody that he loves me. Since when? Since when? And why did he have to take it to his staff? Why? I always talk to him on Facebook. So why didn't he just leave it like that? Why did he have to take it to his staff? I'm like, You know, one of the guys that's working there, Justin, he's part of the, I think he's part of the Navy or the military. I can't remember, but he's like working in like a big shot position. So, and he's my friend. I'm like, I don't want this. This is nonsense. Why do people always spoil things for me? Every time things are going well and I'm starting to come up and I'm starting to have some stability, everybody spoils things for me. It's not nice. It's not nice for Bono to do that. So anyway, I won't go back now. He shouldn't have done that. He should have come here. If he loves me, why didn't he come here? How many times did we ask him to come? It's not nice. Anyway, I'm just hoping. I don't know where God is going to open the door, but I know he's going to open the right door for me. And I want to earn that kind of money where I can buy nice properties like that, like the ones I posted. So if people don't want you in a place, you should leave. And you should leave for something better, not something worse. You shouldn't leave to go and rent a room in a house. You should leave to go and own a property somewhere. Not just one, like 2 or 3 properties. Should have big dreams and trust God will open those doors for you. Because this is rubbish. This is what they did in Zimbabwe. They're doing the same thing here. They're starting to give the lands back to the indigenous people. And they're starting to tell people, like, you have to leave. This land is now allocated to the indigenous people. Meanwhile, some of the provinces don't want there to be a Canada anymore. They want to break away, like Quebec, parts of Western Canada. They don't want to belong to the one government anymore. They want to separate and have their own countries. So there's no unity, then what is there? And my family is supporting me. My aunts, my uncles, everybody wants me to land up in a good job, not to keep going back into minimum wage, being let go from jobs, and then making it seem like I can't hold a job. I'm perfectly capable of holding a job. I'm perfectly capable of studying. I'm perfectly capable of managing my own life and making my own decisions. It's rubbish. It's racism. That's what it is. If you go to the call center, you might find one white person working there. You won't. The rest of us are all Indian. The majority of us working in the call center are all Indian. So we are the whites. Where are the blacks? I'm telling you, it's racism. It's racism. How much more experience do they expect me to have in the church, in administration? I've worked in so many different areas and I've got so many transferable skills, and I can't get a decent paying job. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And they don't want the executive who liked me, who I worked with, to hire me. Why not? Why not? Why don't you want them to hire me? I'm very professional. I don't sleep with them. I don't get into personal relationships with them. So why don't you want them to hire me and pay me what I'm worth? It's not fair to me. It's not fair. And you know what? I'll still say it again. I'm glad Credit Suisse closed, because there would have been a huge worldwide disaster. That rot is so deep. Even when I go to TD Bank here, they're telling me they don't know what to do. They're saying the rot is so deep, they don't know what to do. Everybody's frightened. I said, you guys, they're like, did you apply? I said, I apply every day to executive assistant jobs at TD. So they're all frightened. Why did they do it? Why did they get involved in all that drugs and all that? When people tell people here the truth, they don't want to listen. They want to take us to the psychiatric care and put us into psychiatric care and all that instead of listening to the truth. It's rubbish. It's rubbish. That's what I'm telling you. It's rubbish what's happening to Canada. Canada shouldn't be in the state that it's in, performing the worst out of the G7 countries. No. Every time you go to the shops, the prices have gone up. And how am I supposed to survive if I don't have a job? And then these people sending me all these stupid text messages. Oh, come and have sex and we'll give you that money that you need for your rent. How disgusting and awful and satanic it is. That it's satanic. Even what they did to Salman Rushdie because of his book, going and stabbing him on the stage, it's satanic. So you don't like what somebody wrote, you don't like what they did, so now you want to kill them. But if people go and they take women from parties and they rape them and kidnap them, then people are out in the streets celebrating that. That's satanic. They should be sitting and crying that people are doing that. It's rubbish. It's rubbish, and it's their own women. The Muslim women defend them. They defend them. They blame the woman. Even when I was working at Teleperformance, they used to talk in front of us and they used to say, oh, it's the woman's fault. Oh, my uncle came home and he said, I divorced you 3 times, and he dismissed her and he left her with nothing. And they're proud of it. It's rubbish, that. It's rubbish. And that's why they don't like us Christians, because we stand up to them and we tell them it's rubbish. Because it is, it's rubbish. You watch, if this country doesn't start supporting the Christians, there's going to be all hell to pay. All these things that are happening in Nigeria and everywhere, they're starting here also. In all the years I've been in Canada, I've never ever received rubbish text messages like that. That, oh, we're coming to your place, we want to have a harem party, and oh, there's an orgy and we're inviting you. It's rubbish. It's absolute nonsense. For that to happen in Canada, it's rubbish. And for people to have their throats slit on the bus, oh no. And then they want to call me delusional. My head is screwed on straight. I'm the one who knows what's happening. And they don't want to listen. Good for teleperformance. I'm glad they got fined. Because you know what? I didn't have to lose my health. I didn't have to lose what's happening with my ears, getting painful ears. I didn't have to get high blood pressure. It's all part of what's happened here to me in Canada. And the ongoing unemployment. Who wants to go and study and do well and graduate and then sit at home without a job? No one in their right mind would want to do that. It's not fair to me. I did right by Canada. I did good in the church. I did good in the voluntary organizations I'm with. I did good. So I deserve to have good things happen to me for a change. I deserve to have my life celebrated instead of put down for a change. I do. I do. And if Roger Federer wants to hire me, they should let him hire me. They shouldn't start all this nonsense of hacking his accounts and all this kind of thing. It's rubbish. It's rubbish, that's what I say. And if Bono really loved me, he would have come here. He had me for 7 years. He didn't even come once. He didn't even take one photo with me. And he just met in Didi and he's taking her all over the place. Oh no, they can keep him. They can keep him. He's changed. He's changed. That's what I'm saying. And Gail knows it. The past CEO knows it. Our one was too dynamic for what they're doing now. It's ridiculous. That's what I say. He wants to go and talk to the priests and everyone. Why doesn't he come here? Why? And this is not right what he's doing. It's not right.